What's up, YouTubers? Back with you with another video today, and today I'll be talking about the decade after the 60s, the 70s. Yes, I know it's kind of weird I didn't do the 70s first before the 60s, but hey, I did the 2010s after the 2000s. Oh, I'm kind of surprised I didn't do the 60s after the 70s. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, the 1970s. The 70s was a relatively interesting time for animation. A lot of people like to say it was the dark age of animation, but there were some good gems in the 70s. We had films like the Aristocats, Robin Hood, The Rescuers, Watership Down, which is one of the most beautiful animated films, and also one of the most darkest films. Seriously, I actually have that film on DVD, and I saw it last year with one of my friends, and my God, that movie is disturbing. Yeah, it'll be hard to show your kids that movie, because it's, but this was also the decade that started adult animation. Yeah, before we had The Simpsons, Family Guy, and South Park, we had Coonskins, Heavy Traffic, and Fritz the Cat, which were the start of adult animation. Fritz the Cat is one of the most adult films ever. And so is Heavy Traffic and Coonskins. So don't be showing your kids these movies because they're not really appropriate. You're like, yeah, they're not really appropriate movies to show your kids. I've seen them and they're very good, but don't show your kids this. Wait till like they're very old enough to see those movies, because those movies, yeah, they're not aimed at kids. They're aimed at the older audiences. If I had to pick my favorite movie from the 70s, it'd have to be the many event. Now, one movie from the 70s, a couple movies from the 70s I haven't seen yet are The Rescuers, the original. Though I saw the sequel, I haven't seen the original, and The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, which I'm dying to see. I'm trying to get that on DVD. I've actually been for a week or so. I've been trying to get The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh on DVD. I don't have it on DVD or Blu-ray. I'm trying to get it so I can watch it, but it looks like it could be my favorite film of the 70s. Though we haven't known. Until then, my favorite film would be Coonskins. Probably my favorite Ralph Bakshi movie. Walk on, Negroes, walk on. I love the song "Walk On, Negroes, Walk On." Walk on, Negroes, walk on. Walk on, Negroes, walk on. I can't say the full N-word because I want to be appropriate. As for TV shows, we had some good shows in the 70s. Of course, this one we had like The Muppet Show, which is one of the most beloved TV shows of all time. This was also when we had shows like The Jeffersons, All in the Family, and of course my all-time favorite live-action show, Sanford and Son. Yes, out of all the live-action shows in the world, Sanford and Son has to be my all-time favorite live-action show. It's personally my favorite out of the bunch because I find it hilarious. Fred Sanford, man, that guy is funny. R.I.P. Red Fox, who died like 29 years ago. But Sanford and Son is one of the funniest shows ever. It was also one of the rare shows to actually say the N-word out loud. Not censored, out loud. Yeah, before we had the Boondocks that said the N-word out loud, we actually had the Jeffersons and Sanford and Son that actually said it out loud. Before we had the Boondocks in the 2000s, we had Sanford and Son and the Jeffersons. But yeah, we also had Scooby Doo. Now technically, yes, I did talk about Scooby Doo in the last video, but I count it as a half 60s, half 70s show. Although it was more popular in the 70s, but I love Scooby Doo. It's a classic. My favorite Hanna-Barbera show of all time and stuff. We also had the Scooby Doo rip-offs, where a lot of Hanna-Barbera shows are trying to copy the success of Scooby Doo. Like, a lot of them are trying to be like the next Scooby Doo. But Scooby Doo will always remain the best. We also have the Aristocats, which is a fun animated film for the kids. It has good music. Of course, we cannot forget the iconic song, "Everybody, everybody, everybody wants to be a cat." Everybody, everybody, everybody wants to be a cat. Sorry about that. And of course, Robin Hood, probably my favorite version of the story, right up there with the Earl Flynn. If I had to pick my favorite Robin Hood movies, it definitely have to be the Disney version and the Earl Flynn movie from the 30s. I saw the Earl Flynn version one time in school, and it was really good. And of course, I saw the Disney version, and it's probably my favorite Robin Hood movie out there. The songs are good, like Robin Hood and Lil Jon walking through the forest, dashing forth under the waves. That song though was good. We also had some good TV specials in the 60s. This is when we had like specials like Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Yeah, like we had Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and also The Year Without a Santa Claus, two of the best Rankin Bass specials. We also had a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. We also had Jack Frost. And speaking of Charlie Brown, I know this is off topic, but when I mentioned my 60s specials, the 1960s video, I forgot to mention It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. I forgot to mention It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. My bad for you fans out there. I forgot to mention that special. Forgot about that. It's a really good special, a really good Halloween classic. Can't forget about it. It's a good Halloween special. And of course, for you 2000s fans, I forgot to talk about when Barack Obama became president. I mean, we had an African-American president. I forgot to mention that. My bad for that. So I know this is off topic, but I had to mention those because I forgot about them. So thanks for that. But anyway, the 70s, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I never seen it, but Winnie the Pooh became very popular in the 70s. Technically, the shorts that were part of it actually were already released in theaters. The first two were released in the mid and late 60s, but the third one was released in the mid 70s. But when you put them together, it makes it good. It's a good Disney classic that I'm hoping to see sometime soon this year and stuff. I'm definitely ready to see it, and it looks good and stuff. But yeah, the 70s was a good time for movies alike. There were some good animated films, some good live action movies like the Muppet movie. Of course, we had the first Superman movie, and of course, the one and only Star Wars: A New Hope, that started one of the most beloved film franchises ever. Yeah, you gotta forget, Star Wars came out in the 70s, people. So yeah, you gotta give that to the 70s. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it for my 1970s look back. Next up will be the 50s, and you know the rest, 40s, 30s, 20s, and then that's pretty much it for my look back. And then at the end, I'll tell you which decades are my favorites and stuff. So thanks for watching, folks, and see you later. Have a groovy time.